Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo and we are here at the South Park Center and I'm here with Lauren with her movie, Casual Confession. Let's take a look at a clip.
It's been 6 years since my last confession, and these are my sins. I hate everyone I went to art school with who's successful now. I've got this day job. I offer a niche service, and
What kind of service?
I'm a dominatrix.
Do you want forgiveness for that?
Not really. I'm going to keep doing it.
Lauren, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Oh, we couldn't do it without you, honestly. Tell us a brief synopsis of your film.
So, Casual Confession is about a nun and a dominatrix that find that they both have this inconvenient decision based on their pregnancy test outcome.
Why would you not want to watch that film? Honestly, it's got the best synopsis ever, and I love
Thank
this.
you.
It really does, and it's so interesting. And then when I just fell in love with these characters instantaneously, and I love this relationship that was formed, which you did extremely very well as well, because you obviously starred in it, directed it, and wrote it as well, which is incredible.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot going on. Obviously, that you wrote it first. Where did that inspiration come for you in making this film?
Well, a couple years ago, I saw a young priest, and I was like, huh, how odd.
Yeah.
I grew up in the Catholic Church when I was younger. Priests were always old.
Yeah.
So I never thought anything. I was like, oh, this is old men. Okay,
Yeah.
whatever. So I saw a young man, and I kind of was distracted by the idea of, your youth going to the church and this very kind of old way of life.
Yeah.
And I started writing a couple of different, longer works features, a couple of different things with that idea in mind. And so that was already kind of playing out. And then I had friends that started talking about the whole, am I too old to have an abortion? At what point do I decide to have this kid? That was a conversation that just started happening. We were mid-20s. That's what happens. You start to be like, should I keep it? Should I not? That sounds so, I don't mean to make it sound so cavalier, but those are the conversations that people start having.
Yeah.
So those two things kind of started to mesh and connect, and I was like, I think I can do something with this.
I love it. I love it. And as we said earlier, you said last night, I love that you brought two characters that you would just never imagine they're being put in the same room together, let alone in this particular circumstance that they're going through as well, which is unbelievable. Obviously, I fell in love with your cast.
Thanks.
You played so well together. How did that come about? Because that was just like a little dream team right there.
Oh, yeah. Well, the lead actress, Wyo, is my best friend, so that was really convenient.
Easy,
we had the built-in chemistry. I was also able to kind of build the character with her in mind, and as I was writing the script, we'd read through it and I'd be like, this doesn't sound right, that doesn't sound right. So that was really nice. We didn't have this long casting process where I'm like, who's gonna play this part? I know who's gonna play this part, and I could kind of build it for her. And I knew that I wanted to be in it, so because I don't know, because I'm a narcissist, I don't know.
No, I love it.
That's the thing is,
Had you played a nun before? That was have you played that character before?
The nun character? No, that was the first time I was playing a nun. Actually, the very first draft, I was like, maybe I'll play the dom. And then by halfway through, I was like, nah, I want to be, I'm going to do the nun. So
I love it. And how, because it is amazing. I'm always so wowed by people that star in it, write it, and direct it. So how does that work?
It's difficult. It's difficult. You have to trust the people that you're on set with.
Of course, your best friends, that's helpful.
My best friend was there. The director of photography, Ashton, she is amazing. And
beautifully shot.
She did such a good job. And, there are times when, especially when it's a small project, it's a tight budget, we're racing against the sun. There was a couple times where I was like, hey, did we get it? I had to be I didn't have time to sit there and watch every single take whenever we were, trying to finish it before the kids showed up on the playground, for instance. So yeah, just having a team you can trust.
No, this
is
important.
so important.
What was your biggest challenge you faced?
Well, I'm on set. It was, of course, production challenge, especially whenever, like I said, it's a small production. And then one of our sets lost power. So,
oh my goodness.
Yeah, so there's a scene where we're in a doctor's office. We had set it all up. The lights were ready. We're about to shoot, and the whole block just went out. Like power, and we waited, and we're like, the crew was only going to be there for so long.
Oh, no.
So we were like, okay, we've got to figure something else out. We've got to move. So luckily, our lead actress, her dad had an office that could work too, and was closed early that day, just like very conveniently. So we packed everything up and moved to that office and set everything up really, really fast.
Wow.
And just grabbed the shot as fast as possible.
That's like
that was
amazing.
hard. That was really hard.
Yeah, but it's hard, especially when you're a director. You're also, everyone's looking to you for the answers too.
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do?
Problem solving and being in character is, I think, one of the things that's hardest to balance.
Yeah. Wow, that's amazing. And I love that. These two characters were both from different parts of the world, so to speak, and
Right.
different things going on in their lives, but they both had something in common. And I think I love that. I think
you.
we've all got common interests with each other if we only communicate with each other
Right.
more. Was that something that's kind of important as well? Like to kind of, the way you felt when you saw that young priest, that, hey, there's probably a story behind there and who knows what he's going through, so to speak.
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of times you can find common grounds with people, right? And I really wanted to show women in two extremes, not in extremes that like necessarily that actually exist, but just in the way that other people see them.
Yeah.
And I do feel like that is an issue that a lot of women face, where they're seen as one thing, right?
Yeah.
Like you are this, so we're gonna keep you in this box, or whatever it may be. And I wanted to show people in these extreme boxes, I guess.
I love that.
And then they really have a lot that does overlap.
No, it was wonderful. What was it like having your film at NewFilmmakers LA in front of the audience? What was that experience like?
That was really exciting. This is the first time that it's played in front of an audience,
Oh,
so that was really
wow.
cool. Yeah. So, and I felt like it was just like such a supportive audience, which is, it's so
wonderful,
it's really nerve-wracking, right?
Yeah.
Whenever you're not watching it, like, I've watched it with the editor. I've watched it with, some close friends, other filmmakers, to get feedback and stuff, but I haven't watched it with an audience. So it was really exciting. It was great to talk to people afterwards, too.
Because, it's nice to get the feedback, and there's certainly a lot of reaction there last night, so that was really good.
Yeah.
What's next for you?
What's next? I'm in the midst of finishing up a feature script right now.
Oh, great.
Which I'm really excited about because it's kind of a little different.
Oh, nice.
There's nuns, so
there's
that.
nuns?
But it's just kind of a psychological thriller, but there's always, I can't help but have a little dark comedy in everything I do, right? Like, it doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter how heavy the subject is, I end up throwing in some dark comedy. And I'm working on a novel too. So
oh my goodness, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh well, I want to read it and I want to watch it. So
thank you.
Send all the good vibes for that as well.
Thank you.
What do you, as a filmmaker, what do you kind of, is there a certain thing that you kind of go by in your life that you follow through that's helpful to you, that may be a good piece of information for anyone else that they want to follow in your footsteps?
Just keep creating. I mean, it's really easy to feel discouraged, anytime I finish anything, I'm excited and then devastated, right? I'm just like, oh, this isn't good enough. I don't know what to do. Why did I put in all this time? And then that feeling goes away and you can be happy for what you have and you want to continue improving. So yeah, I should just keep creating, don't get stuck in the spiral. It's so easy to get stuck in like the downward spiral. So.
I love that. Yeah, keep creating, everybody. I think that's a really great way to end this. Lauren, thank you very much for your film.
Thank you.
Can't wait to read your novel and watch your feature.
Thanks.
And thank you for Casual Confession. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
it was
Lauren,
great talking to
Lauren,
you.
the best. Fantastic. Thank you.